3 months ago, I checked my bank account, and it was almost empty. No savings, no backup, just stress. Fast forward 90 days, and I had saved $5,000. No crazy income, no lottery, just a simple, repeatable plan. Most people think saving money is about earning more, but the truth is, it's about control, discipline, and smart decisions. Small changes done consistently can create massive results. In this video, I'm breaking down exactly how I did it, step by step. The strategies are simple, practical, and anyone can follow them. If you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck, this could completely change your mindset about money. Saving $5,000 in just 3 months might sound unrealistic, especially if you're living paycheck to paycheck. But the truth is, it's not about having a high income, it's about having a clear plan and sticking to it. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the exact steps I followed to reach this goal. No complicated strategies, no extreme lifestyle changes, just practical methods that actually work. We'll break it down into simple parts: understanding my income, cutting unnecessary expenses, building a smart budget, increasing earnings with small side hustles, and staying consistent every single day. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be intentional with your money. If you follow this process step by step, you'll not only save more, you'll also change the way you think about money. And once that mindset shifts, everything else becomes easier. Welcome to the Wealth Blueprint. When I set the goal to save $5,000 in 3 months, it felt ambitious but necessary. I didn't focus on how hard it looked. I focused on breaking it down. That meant saving roughly $1,667 per month, or about $55 per day. Suddenly, the goal felt more achievable. I gave myself a clear deadline and treated it like a non-negotiable target. This wasn't optional, it was a commitment. Having a specific number and timeline gave me direction and urgency. Instead of hoping to save money, I built a system around it. That shift from wishful thinking to intentional action made all the difference. The first step was understanding exactly how much money I was making. I listed every source of income: salary, side earnings, even small occasional payments. Then I calculated my total monthly income. This gave me clarity. I could see what I had to work with and how much I could realistically save. I also looked for gaps, places where I could increase my income slightly. Knowing your numbers is powerful. Most people avoid this step, but it's critical. Once you understand your income clearly, you can start making smarter financial decisions and plan your savings effectively. Next, I focused on reducing unnecessary spending. I tracked every expense and quickly realized how much money was going to things I didn't truly need. Subscriptions, eating out, impulse purchases, they added up fast. I didn't cut everything, I just removed what didn't add real value to my life. That alone freed up a significant amount of money. The goal wasn't to suffer, it was to be intentional. Every dollar saved was a step closer to my goal. Once I became aware of my spending habits, controlling them became much easier. After cutting expenses, I created a simple and realistic budget. I divided my income into categories: essentials, savings, and personal spending. Savings became my top priority, not an afterthought. I treated saving like a fixed expense, just like rent or bills. As soon as I received money, I set aside a portion for savings immediately. This approach removed the temptation to overspend. Instead of saving what was left, I spent what was left after saving. That one shift changed everything and helped me stay on track consistently. To reach my goal faster, I looked for ways to increase my income. I didn't rely only on my main job. I started small side hustles that required little to no investment. This included simple online work, freelancing, and small gigs that I could manage in my free time. Even an extra $10 or $20 per day made a big difference over time. The key was consistency, not perfection. I didn't wait for the perfect opportunity. I took action with what I had. That extra income accelerated my savings and brought me closer to my goal faster. Saving money isn't just about big decisions, it's about daily habits. I became more conscious of how I spent money every single day. Small choices, like skipping unnecessary purchases, made a huge difference over time. I started asking myself a simple question before spending. Do I really need this? Most of the time, the answer was no. These small habits built discipline and control. Over time, they became automatic. Consistency in daily decisions is what separates successful savers from everyone else. It's not one big action, it's hundreds of small, smart choices. Along the way, I made mistakes, but I learned quickly. One common mistake was emotional spending, especially during stress or boredom. Recognizing this helped me control it better. Another mistake was trying to be too strict. Cutting everything at once made it harder to stay consistent. Instead, I focused on balance. The goal is progress, not perfection. You will slip sometimes, and that's okay. What matters is getting back on track quickly. Avoiding these common mistakes helped me stay focused and prevented small setbacks from turning into bigger problems. Tracking my progress was one of the most motivating parts of the journey. I kept a simple record of how much I saved each day and week. Watching the numbers grow kept me focused and encouraged. It also helped me identify what was working and what needed improvement. If I fell behind, I adjusted quickly. Seeing real progress made the goal feel closer and more achievable. When you track your money, you stay in control. It turns an abstract goal into something real and measurable, which keeps you moving forward. Consistency was the real secret behind saving $5,000. There were days when I felt unmotivated or tempted to spend, but I stayed committed to the plan. I reminded myself why I started and kept focusing on the end goal. Even on slow days, I made small progress instead of giving up. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline stays. By showing up every day and sticking to the system, I built momentum. Over time, that consistency turned small efforts into a big result. At the end of 3 months, I reached my $5,000 goal, and more importantly, I changed my mindset about money. I realized that saving isn't about how much you earn, but how you manage what you have. My biggest advice is simple. Start now, stay consistent, and don't overcomplicate the process. Focus on small, daily improvements. You don't need a perfect plan, you need action. If you follow these steps and stay committed, you can achieve your own financial goals faster than you think. It all starts with one decision. Saving $5,000 in 3 months wasn't about luck. It was about having a clear plan and following it daily. You've seen the exact steps: setting a goal, understanding your income, cutting unnecessary expenses, building a smart budget, and increasing your earnings. Each step may seem small, but together they create powerful results. The biggest takeaway is this: control your money or it will control you. Once you become intentional with your spending and consistent with your habits, saving becomes much easier. You don't need a high income to start. You just need discipline and a willingness to take action. Even if your goal is smaller or bigger, the same system applies. Start today, stay consistent, and trust the process. Because once you build the habit of saving, you're not just growing your money, you're building a stronger financial future for yourself.